Hey y'all, I'm Wood Boyles and this is the World History Project. Today, we're digging deeper into portable belief systems and asking, can we compare and contrast these belief systems and what will we learn if we did? Yesterday, we examined how new religions during this era created communities of people united by belief, but sometimes it's hard to talk about belief systems from a historical perspective. Historians are interested in studying the way religions reflect larger changes in the way people interact and organize themselves. And this is different than belonging to any particular religion or faith. I mean, how did it feel to be a member of ancient Greek or Roman religion? I don't know, and it's important to keep this in mind, as we want to respect each belief system and their adherents, even when we look at their similarities and differences. We as historians shouldn't be judging these belief systems as having good or bad traits, but instead trying to use them to find patterns between religions and between complex societies in general. Within these patterns, we find similarities or things that these religions share in common. For example, three Abrahamic traditions of Judaism, Christianity, and Islam all share certain characteristics in common, such as they're all monotheistic and they share foundational stories because the people that developed them were in contact with each other. Another good comparison is between Hinduism and Buddhism. They developed close to each other, and so they share similar practices of things like cleanliness and purity. So equally important to historians are the differences between religions, because often they reveal the unique circumstances each society was facing as they developed. Regardless, as you're studying and comparing religions, try to do so from the mindset of listening to the stories and learning what each one has to tell you about the complex society that developed it. And this brings us to our word of the day, syncretism, or the merging of different worldviews, religions, and belief systems. One of the reasons certain religions share similarities is because people who practice these religions met and exchange ideas and values. Certain practices might make sense for both cultures to adopt, and so they did, either knowingly or unknowingly. This is syncretism, and I'd like for you to read more about it today in Syncretism on Khan Academy. So head over there and read Syncretism. As you read, think about similarities and differences between religions and how some of those similarities might be due to syncretism. If you want a challenge, read one of the other articles on belief systems, perhaps one you haven't heard of before, and compare it to a belief system you might already know a little about. Before I became a history teacher, I had never even heard of legalism, so that might be a good one to check out. Then, in your historian's journal, think about how non-political leaders in your community have responded to COVID. In our modern, diverse world we live in, people follow various belief systems. Whether we realize it or not, this affects everything we do. I want you to create a comparison chart, however you'd like. Choose 3 or 4 leaders and show how they've responded similarly or differently to COVID. These people might be entertainers, influencers, celebrities, social media stars, or even religious leaders, or maybe just somebody you look up to. Remember to think about their backgrounds and why they might be tackling challenges the way they are. See you next time.